Hello creators, welcome to another video. Today we are making a cutout card using the Honeybee bundle from Stampin' Up. I'm cutting a standard card base out of Whisper White cardstock. I've scored it in half at 4 1/4, and then I've scored it again at 2 1/8. Essentially, we're making a Z card or a Z fold. This is going to allow us to take a die and set it on the Z fold on the top and create a cutout shape. There's a couple different ways that you can cut out your piece. You can either stamp your image directly onto the front of your card and then cut it out with a die, or you can do it the way that I'm doing it here, and you can put your die onto the cardstock and then stamp your image on a separate piece of cardstock and then glue it on. You'll see what I mean in a minute. In order to get the half cut out, you're going to run your plate and your die through on your cardstock halfway. You can see that it's only cut out half of the image here. Now to get the full image, I'm going to take the coordinating stamp, and I'm using mint macaron here. I'm going to stamp that honeycomb, or the honey hive. I guess it's just a hive. I'm stamping that down on some scrap white cardstock. I'm also stamping 2 bees from that stamp set. I really love these bees. They are so adorable. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to cut these shapes out on the Big Shot with the coordinating dies, and I'm going to adhere the hive on top of the hive cutout on my card. One benefit of doing it this way is if you are using this for a class, or if you're getting together with your friends, let's say everybody wanted to do a different color, you could pre-cut the card base, and that way everybody can stamp whatever color they'd like on the hive and just simply glue it onto the front of the card. This is some of the designer series paper from the Celebration set for this Honeybee suite. It's called Golden Honey Specialty Designer Series paper, and it is gorgeous. This is gold foil, and I'm cutting this at 4 1/4 by 5 so that it can nicely nest inside my card. I'm using Daffodil Delight and mint macaron, and with my daubers I'm going to get some of that color onto this cardstock. I love the way that this cardstock, or the designer series paper, shows the ink on the background. It blends really well together as well. So you can see that when I start the mint macaron and I start it in the opposite corner, once I get into the middle, it just seamlessly blends together and it looks so gorgeous. I found the inspiration for this card from Sarah Douglas, one of the CEOs of the company, and she had posted a couple different projects she put together using the Honeybee bundle, and they were all gorgeous. This was one of my favorites, and I wanted to recreate it and share it with you guys. Using a scrap of Daffodil Delight cardstock, I'm going to use my Stays On ink and stamp the sentiment onto the corner. And then I'm just going to trim it, and I'm going to make it about a 1/2 inch by 2 inches, give or take. That will allow me to butt it up against the edge of my card and kind of slightly put it onto the top of the hive. You'll see how I place it in just a moment. Alright, now that I have all of my pieces, I'm going to use my snail adhesive to put my background piece on the inside of the card. and it looks really nice with the hive on top contrasting. I'm going to snail the hive onto the cutout, and it looks so gorgeous on top of that background with that Daffodil Delight just behind it. I'm using some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop up my sentiment as well as both of my bees. And then I'm going to place those onto the front of the Z of this Z fold card, and it's all done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of future videos. You can follow me on the web at MKre8tions.com, and all of my social media are linked in the description box below. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye!